Take a deep breath for me.
Awesome. You're gonna do great. Happy to be here. So my name is Jack Reitzman. Fun fact about myself, I really like Dungeons and Dragons. That it's very fun. That I get to play with my friends, and we get to all use our little imagination, and I've met some really cool people and made some really cool friends through it.
Can that be my intro? Yeah, that's your intro. Yes. I'm Kat, and I don't have a left hand.
My name's Colin Uline, and I like eating really good salsa.
My name is Josh Shear, and a special fact about myself. The typical one that you hate is that I own wolves, but that is just a fact that I think is special.
So I don't know the name of the color specifically, but it's my favorite color because I have a pair of pants in this color, and it's, I believe, steel blue, and I think it looks really nice with things, and I think it's a good neutral, and it's a very calming color, I would say.
I don't think I've had an answer to this question in like years. I don't have one.
My favorite color is like a forest green. I think that's the color because it's not like in your face. It's warm enough and it feels good. You can put it in your house, and it's also camo and shit, and that's cool.
It's definitely green, and it kind of varies on what type of green, because love the forest green. It's always been something that's felt very homey, very connecting to nature and just my life in that sense, but I think it's also just something that we connect on, so I think it just makes me happy.
I'd wake up not feeling tired for once. My folks at home will know what that means. I mean, just, waking up alongside my beautiful partner, Kelsey, is a good start, and that's how I wake up most days. Having a good breakfast, going outside, nice day out, maybe a little chilly so I can wear a nice little jacket. Probably going to McKay's or finding a good little trinket. But also just a nice day. I've been trying to get outside a lot more recently, and I think having a nice little kind of cool day where it's really like a wear whatever you want kind of day, and just laying on a blanket in the grass would be pretty. Honestly, enjoying a nice long beautiful sunset in a 7-Eleven parking lot somewhere. I think that's how I'd like to end the day.
Weather is to where I can we could start off wearing a sweatshirt or a jacket, but you take it off and it's still nice. We spend time outside. Maybe go to Cummins Falls. You, Josh and Colin. We could go to the waterfall or go swimming or just walk around. Just do things. I'm not really one to wanna sit and hang out. I want to go and maybe we'll play a game or two outside. Something like that. Just simple, fun. Wrap it up probably on your wrapped porch, just watching stuff after you get an ottoman to put our feet on. That would be perfect. No ottoman, not perfect.
I feel like a perfect day would be me waking up, get a coffee, immediately hit a light little calisthenic workout, get a good sweat on, shower, hang out with the dogs. Then Kat wakes up, which is my girlfriend. Talk a little bit, laugh, and then go do something in nature, go eat really good dinner, and then maybe watch a movie and I don't fall asleep.
Let's see. Actually being able to sleep in, having a really nice breakfast, something that we make together, doing something outside, just a really relaxing day. Maybe doing something fun, go to a movie, make a nice dinner, just be together.
Well, if lung cancer doesn't get me, hot take, I think dying in your sleep, for me at least, is one of the worst ways to go, because I don't like the idea of going to bed and not waking up and not knowing if I'm going to wake up or not. I'd like to die. Not necessarily killing myself, but I would like having some control over how I die. I don't know, like if I'm old and I'm very old and kind of body shutting down kind of old, I think I'd like to take a helicopter ride and then, jump out. I think that'd be fun. I think that's a pretty cool way to die. I've read articles about people who have very aggressive and terminal stages of cancer. They do that and they're going out on their own terms. They don't want a disease to make them their bitch. I think that's awesome. That's a little morbid. So I'm going to say car crash.
How do I think? I think it'll be boring. I think it's gonna be a really like, oh, she's just old. That's kind of what happens when you get old, you know? Yeah, just like, and then you're done.
Realistically, probably just old, like with my family surrounding me and I'm on some kind of like ventilator or something in a hospital, because I feel like that's how most white men die now in America. And I've like recently, I don't know, like shit myself or something. Old.
I mean, I hope in my sleep. I hope old in my sleep, no problems. But I have so many health issues, it's crazy. So one of those will take me out probably, or a bus. So we'll see.
I mean, for one, like having beautiful, loving friends such as Miss Girl Behind the Camera, Jessie Lance. She's thumbs down in me right now. But having really, really great friends that, you know, love and support me no matter how rambunctious I may get. That's putting it kindly, but just having a really good, you know, support system and having like opportunities that normally I wouldn't have if I wasn't me. You know, I'm just doing the things that I do, especially with you working in the entertainment industry and then, you know, working with like meeting people through my current job. And I think I'm just really grateful to come and just kind of step outside my house every day and greet everyone here and then be welcomed with open arms. I think, I don't know, I think it's a little silly, but I am really grateful for the people I've really managed to surround myself with. And I think that they kind of help me keep me grounded and, you know, focused on, you know, myself and what, you know, the things that are important to me. And you know, they're a good reminder.
I think my own feelings of happiness, as selfish as that sounds, I think when I'm at my happiest, I'm grateful. And I think one of my negative traits is being pretty ungrateful if I'm unhappy. I think I'm quite pessimistic. So, as selfish and self indulgent as that sounds, I think my gratefulness, what makes me feel the most grateful, is how happy I am in a moment. You know, it doesn't have to be a general feeling of happiness, but like if I'm like wrapped up in a moment of experiencing life, usually with people I love, that's usually what makes me feel the most grateful.
Kat, my girlfriend. Well, because like I got really high one time and I was like, this is going to sound really depressing, but I was like, everyone hates me. I felt like a burden to everyone. But then the only person that I was like, I can't figure out why she doesn't hate me in my high brain was Kat. And I felt like in that moment, I was like, there's no way she should ever be with me. But she is. So like, damn, she is. I do not deserve that shit. So it makes me feel grateful.
I think just seeing everything around me that we've been able to build. I think that I never thought all the things that we have together are things that I would want in my life. Just a big yard with a dog and just being able to go outside and just have that ability to just get away and be quiet. That's something that I never thought I would have, so it's really nice. And I feel grateful in those moments just getting to sit outside with you and just chill.
I think I wish my mom would make me go outside more. I don't know, I feel like I kind of didn't develop the social skills I needed growing up. My parents let me get away with a lot, but like I feel like they should have like been like, get your ass outside and go like make a new friend. I'm very loud. And I think maybe I wish someone told me to shut up earlier. I think I just wish I developed better social skills growing up. You know, I mean, you're a kid. You don't really know what social skills are. You're just kind of doing it. But I wish I went outside more.
I would definitely change the level of affection I felt from parental figures. It's really important to make a child feel secure and loved in the relationships that they have. And I just felt like it was like almost a cordial connection between me and the rest of my family, including my sibling. Like you've seen, for example, like we're just like, you know, like love is kind of awkward. And I had to grow out of that because it was a lot of hyper emotion or no emotion, and it was just never genuine and raw, like I'm a person and you're a person. It would have been a lot easier for me to connect with people empathetically, have deeper relationships if I had just felt comfortable from the jump, connecting with people and bonding with like houses, feeling sentimental as well. Like there was just no romanticism to life. So I would really change that, how logical and emotionless everything really was.
I feel like I would have my parents, like if I were them, I wouldn't let me quit as like a child as quickly as they let me do it. I would have moments where I was trying really hard at something and I just had a bad moment or a bad night of performing on piano was one example. I'd been practicing and said it's boring, but I was still trying. And then I had my first show and I played like chopsticks or something and I messed up so bad and I was like 6 years old. I was upset because I messed up. It was in front of people and I told my parents that I wanted to quit and they let me. And I'm like, that is the dumbest. Of course your kid's gonna want to quit, but you let them get a win, you know? I mean, I think I came out fine, but, you know, I would do that differently.
That's tough because I really do think I had a good family life and a good household. I think there was some craziness like every family, but something I wish I had pursued more and stayed in was my creative dreams because I went from really creative and doing piano and acting and things of that nature just to only sports. And it was an easy shift that they let me do. And I think if it had been more, you got to have a good balance of that, I think I would have really thrived on that instead of just only focusing on one thing and then that goes away.
This is gonna be, my girlfriend's gonna kill me for saying this, but I got into a fight with my brother. You know, we weren't really like close growing up. I mean, we were just, you know, we were siblings. We fought a lot, but like I wasn't the best big brother. We lived together and he didn't like speak to me for 2 months. His cat ended up getting out. You know, he was freaking out. He like decided to break the no contact and started bawling. Comforted him and we hugged it out and he apologized and, you know, I apologized too. I don't know, I think it really strengthened us as brothers and kind of we started forming something that we maybe didn't have growing up. And I love my brother and I'm really grateful to, you know, have lived with him and, you know, grew up with him and just know him as a person and getting to watch him grow. And I think that that moment is like, although it's like sad, it does like really kind of solidify itself as, you know, just a formative moment for both of us and, you know, getting to be vulnerable with each other. And I don't want to make this about like a toxic masculinity thing, but sometimes it's hard to, you know, be vulnerable with like other men, even if it's your family. And I think that was just, it was a really cool thing to have with him and to experience with him. And we ended up fighting the cat. He came back. It was awesome. And, you know, we've been pretty close ever since. I'd say I think that's maybe not my most treasured memory. I don't think I have a most treasured memory, but that's definitely up there with some of them, you know.
When you, me, Ryan, and Graham had stayed up all night, and I think we like did the bridge, and like there were probably Red Bulls and cigars involved. We were laying on the soccer field. We were laying on the soccer field and there was like a comet. You remember? Like something crazy. Like, and we were kind of scared. We were like, what is going on? You know, what is happening? And yeah, it was freaky, but it was super fun. And then the sun rose and the sprinklers went off in the soccer field. And it was when the sun was just rising. And I think like someone had school. I think Graham had like school that morning or something crazy. Poor guy. Graham, if you're watching, I'm sorry. We kept you up that late all the time. Anything in that time period. Anything where it was like our little like youth group of a friend group hanging out has always been just like
I think my most treasured memory was in regards to my best friend growing up, Finn. He lived like 2 miles away from me and we would always have this cool rendezvous point at this high school that was like kind of in between our houses and we would meet up there. It was this big you know the announcement booths over football stadiums and how they have like their own little area way up high. Well, it was always abandoned because they only had so many games per year. So we would meet there and we'd like hang out, just talk about life in high school, just enjoy walking around the neighborhood, no phones, no distractions from just friendship. And then we'd leave the football field and we'd go walk to whoever's house and like just solid youthful experiences that I feel like are really necessary. And those are always really nice.
That's tough. One of them is definitely our first date in the graveyard. Because that was just something that I have never heard anybody else have. I've never like thought of it for myself. It was definitely unique for me. And it was just such a fun experience where I got to feel on a first date really connected and in tune with somebody else. And that was just our first time we had anything. It was just so weird and off kilter, but it was great.
Oh, okay. I Okay, this one I'll say because I was a kid, and like I'll just chalk it up to being a kid. But I used to, I used to piss myself on purpose, like in second grade, to like try and get to go home. I think I only did that because it worked once, and I would I think I like pissed my pants one time. And my mom came to pick me up. God knows why she did that, but I think I got in my head that like, oh, this like. I can just piss my pants and go home. So like for days after that, I think for like a solid week, I would just like, I would piss my pants and go up to the teacher and be like, and they'd be like, go to the office. I think by like the third or fourth day, my mom was just like, I can't keep calling out of work to bring you new pants. Sometimes it's really funny being a kid. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not embarrassed about it now, but I think since it stuck with me since 4th grade, it probably was my most embarrassing moment. I was running around playing tag with a snap closed shirt. Hey, parents, don't buy your kids snap buttons. And it was like 4th grade, around that time frame. We were playing tag at recess, and it was literally girls versus boys in the tag game. And we were running, and a boy went to grab my shirt, and as you would expect, it just completely snapped open. And not only did that happen, I wasn't wearing anything under it, of course, as a 4th grader doesn't. And then the boy that ripped it open went, "My eyes!" So, like, all the boys freaked out, which, I mean, hey, you know, I wasn't being sexualized. That's awesome. But I could have gone without. My eyes! Yeah, so that, yeah. I'm not embarrassed about it now, but it really, it's in there. Probably forever.
Definitely, I think I was a freshman in high school. I was really into YouTube for a really long time because I would just be left alone with my iPad for a while, and I would just watch like old YouTube, like the Shane Dawsons. I watched Joey Graceffa a lot. I watched PewDiePie, like a bunch of gamer channels. I got really into how comfortable they were with like vlogging when vlogging was a big thing. So I decided that I was going to do a YouTube video of myself and upload it and tell all my friends about it and stuff. And it was just an introductory YouTube video to my channel. And I was really insecure at the time and hadn't figured myself out. So I was like, you watch it and you're like, that kid is obviously insecure. Like he's showing it. And I feel like all the kids in my middle school just exploited that insecurity because as soon as they found it, they used it as an opportunity to like fake cheer me on so that I would continue making YouTube videos so they could continue making fun of it. They were like posting jokes about hashtag not all heroes wear capes with like a snapshot of my YouTube video. And I was like, fuck you, Kate Delworth. Just ruined my 9th grade experience. I was already having a hard time figuring myself out, borderline autistic because I didn't know social cues. And then she just hammers me with that. The whole class knows about it. I'm fucked. So that really sucked.
I mean, I've had a few. I've been really ill prepared for things. I think especially in a school setting, there was times where I didn't put the effort in, so then I get up in front of everybody and I bomb. Not only was it bad because I just didn't do a good job, but it was also bad because that painted a picture for everybody else that I don't put in the work. And I think that was more embarrassing than anything.
I don't know if this is weird, but I see people all the time and I'm trying to get better at it. But like people that do like the pen twirl with their fingers, I think that's so cool. I think it's like I think it's really fun to fidget, but I see people do that like on Instagram, like that's the coolest fucking thing ever. So people do like fucking crazy tricks with it.
You know what? I wish my farts didn't smell. You know? Yeah, like weirdly, like farts never smell or make noise, but still able to fart.
I wish that I could immediately hear a song and just know the harmony instantly.
I want to be a good juggler. I don't know why. It always just seems like the most random thing, but like people seem so cool when they juggle to me. It's something that I don't have that coordination. I don't have that attention span, but it's just something I would love to be able to do.
Myself. I was having a conversation with a friend and we both kind of came to the conclusion or I should say he brought up that you're not really funny if you can't make yourself laugh, and I make myself laugh all the time, but I think the thing that I do the most that makes me laugh the hardest, I do silly little voices, especially in my car when I'm alone, and I just make them say like the weirdest shit, like, hello, would you like some food? I had this bit recently that was just like, okay, we've got the specials tonight. We've got meat on a stick. We've got burnt meat on a stick. We've got stick on meat. We've got stick no meat. We've got meat no stick and water. And I think that makes me giggle. So I just love me like, hello.
You. Yeah, you for sure. There's just, yeah.
My dad is just so unapologetically a dad. And he just does the most dad shit. We'll hit a recliner and just... And I just love people. People make me laugh. People always have their things about them. They always have some kind of weird quirk. I love exploiting it for my own gain and laughter.
Dogs are animals doing stupid things. Just them being the most derpy little guys is always my favorite things. Like dog just jumping in the water and just not realizing that it's just a puddle, and it just flops around in there. Like something like that just always gets me.
Don't let yourself hold you back. This is to you, future me. I think you're a lot kinder. You have a lot more potential than you think you have. And I think you need to just stop being scared. Maybe you're scared of yourself. You're scared of what you can do. You're scared of how other people will think. Fuck them. Do what you think is right. Keep putting your best foot forward. And don't hold yourself back. Because at the end of the day, no one's going to remember shit. You're going to, like, the shit you're worrying about now, it's not going to matter in, 20 years, let alone probably 6 months. Just let go and go out and keep doing what you do. Keep doing the best you can and try to make the best decisions you can, even if you fail. Just get right back up, start over tomorrow, keep on going. Love you, buddy.
I hope you've settled in to what you've been waiting to settle into, or who you've been waiting to settle into.
Whatever happens, relax and find a way to find peace. You have a hard time with that, and just chill. Everybody is right when they say you're too hard on yourself, so relax.
Hold on to all the little things. Don't let a moment become too big or become too stressful. Remember to stay in everything that you are doing. No matter the severity of it, no matter how big or small it may be, stay in it and be present.
If you're looking for a voice actor, it's not me. That's all.
If you ever go to Yin Yang Bubble Tea Shop, you need to get coconut bubble tea with coconut milk, less sweet, and black boba. It has changed lives. Just get it.
You're confusing as fuck right now, world. I don't know what's true, what's false. Chill, cause shit. I feel like America specifically. Stop with the money thing. Like, it's not all about money. Like, everybody is so fucking obsessed about money, and it makes me obsessed about money. I don't want to be that obsessed about money, but I am because America. So, fuck you.
Be nice. don't be a dick. Just look out for other people. I think that's all I have is just be what you want other people to be to you.
Yay.
I did it.
You did it.
That's harder than I thought it would be.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All of this is lies. I'm just trying to sound cool. Sorry. I know, I'm sorry.